Good morning, children. Today we discuss about devotional paths to the divine. Children, you may have seen people perform rituals of worship or singing bhajans, kirtans or kavalis or even repeating the name of God in silence. Children, haven't you noticed that some of them are so moved that they burst into tears? Such intense devotion or love of God is the legacy of various kinds of bhakti and Sufi movements that have evolved since the 8th century. Children, in class 6th, you had read about the Bhakti poems of Alvars and Nayanars who worshipped Vishnu and Shiva respectively. Soon kings and chiefs built large temples for these gods, made land grants and other gifts to perform various rituals. Temples worship became elaborate, complex and expensive. Specially trained priests performed the rituals. People belonging to some castes were not allowed to enter the temples. Soon, a reaction set in against such rituals and inequalities. New ideas on devotion to God emerged. Children, now we know more about them. Shankara, one of the most influential philosophers of India, was born in Kerala in the 8th century. He was an advocate of Advaita, or the doctrine of the oneness of the individual soul and the supreme God, which is the ultimate reality. He taught that Brahman, the only or ultimate reality, was formless and without any attributes. He preached about renunciation of the world and adoption of the path of knowledge to understand the true nature of Brahman and attain salvation. Next one, Ramanuja. Ramanuja, born in South India in the 11th century, was deeply influenced by the Alvas. According to him, the best means of attaining salvation was through intense devotion to Vishnu. Vishnu, in his grace, helps the devotee to attain the bliss of union with him. Ramanuja also ensured a place for people of lower caste in temple worship. He propounded the doctrine of Visishta Advaita or qualified oneness, according to which the soul, even when united with the Supreme God, remained distinct. Ramanuja's doctrine greatly inspired the new strand of bhakti which devoted in North India subsequently. We earlier noted the connection between the bhakti movement and temple worship. This, in turn, led to a reaction that was best represented in the Veerashaiva movement initiated by Basavanna and his companions like Allama Prabhu and Akkamadevi. This movement began in Karnataka in the mid 12th century. The Veerashaiva argued strongly for the equality of all human beings and against scriptural ideas about caste and the treatment of women. They were also against all forms of rituals and idol worship. Next, we move to the saints of Maharashtra. From the 13th to the 17th centuries, Maharashtra saw a great number of saint poets whose songs in simple Marathi continue to inspire people till date. The most important among them were Gnaneshwar, Namdev, Eknath, etc. This regional tradition of bhakti focused on the Vithala temple in Pandapur as well as on the notion of a personal God residing in the hearts of all the people. These saint poets rejected all forms of ritualism, outward display of piety and social differences based on birth, and preferred to live with their families. As the famous Gujarati saint Narsi Mehta said, Vaishnavas are those who understand the pains of others. Many religious groups of this period criticized the rituals and other aspects of conventional religion and social order using simple logical arguments. Among them were the Natpanthis, Siddhacharas, and Yogis. They advocated renunciation of the world. To them, the path to salvation lay in meditation on the formless ultimate reality and the realization of oneness with it. To achieve this, they advocated intense training of the mind and body through practices like yogasanas, breathing exercises, and meditation. These groups became particularly popular among low castes. Their criticism of conventional religion created the ground for devotional religion to become a popular force in northern India. Okay, children, thank you.